through Congress was back in March of 2021. And it was, a very big COVID relief package, but now that money has run dry and the Biden administration, isn't getting any more money from Congress anytime soon. So I think there are going to be some hard choices that have to be made.
So, Rachel, tell us what impact this could have on access to antivirals and other treatments.
The government has, taken the very unusual step of buying, all the supply and giving it out to healthcare providers and pharmacists for free. And that makes sure that, when any person would walk up to a provider, a vaccine testing site, wherever they might have gotten their vaccine, they wouldn't be charged for it.
Right. So let's talk about the vaccines. What happens in the future if an uninsured person wanted a COVID-19 vaccine but couldn't pay for it?
Right. So this, just to be clear, this isn't going to happen tomorrow. It's an eventual transition. So I don't want anyone to, misunderstand that. But eventually, if the government doesn't have more money to buy more vaccines when they run out of their current supply, there's a chance that, uninsured patients, will be put in a really difficult position if there's not some sort of safety net put in place. Right now, there's no funding for healthcare providers and pharmacists to, get reimbursed for vaccine products and, the work to kind of actually administer that vaccine. So I think that just puts providers that I've spoken with in a really difficult position.
One last question, Rachel. White House officials say they hope to transition to providers and pharmacies purchasing vaccines and COVID-19 therapies with insurance companies paying. That sounds like a more familiar model, but does it bring other complications?
So I think the price is a really big question, as, when the federal government is kind of leveraging all its buying power to get the best price, whether other payers are going to be able to, get that, same price. And from Moderna CEO made some comments earlier this month where he said that he anticipates that sales in the commercial market, as opposed to selling to the federal government, could be significantly more profitable for Moderna. And those costs get passed on to taxpayers through Medicare and to patients with commercial insurance through premiums. So there definitely is a big question about kind of the total cost of any ongoing boosters or variant-specific vaccines that have to happen in the future.
Well, that's Rachel Cohrs. She's Washington correspondent for our partners at STAT, the Health and Medicine publication. Rachel, thanks so much for bringing us up to date on this important issue.
Thanks for having me.
And you're listening to Hearing.
Listening to Here and Now on WHYY 90.9 FM. Good afternoon. I'm Priyanka Tiwari. It's 2:31. The Marketplace Minute is next, followed by Today Explained. Do stay with us.
An expensive milestone for gas prices. I'm Nova Safo with the Marketplace Minute. For the first time, gas prices are averaging at least $4 a gallon in every state in the nation. That's according to the AAA. But crude oil prices, while still high, are off their recent peaks. Look to refining capacity. It's down in the U.S. The nation's home builders slowing their work. The Commerce Department says construction declined a bit in April, while permits for future construction fell sharply, more than 3%, suggesting builders are worried about affordability amid rising mortgage rates. The U.S. Soccer Federation has reached landmark collective bargaining agreements to equalize pay between its men's and women's teams. The teams will pool certain revenue and split it evenly. I'm Nova Safo with the Marketplace Minute.
Marketplace Minute is supported by WorkHuman. Without the human, it's just work.
Supporting WHYY, Hauser.com, a modern real estate agency for the next generation of homeowners. Salaried agents offer a new way to buy and sell homes. Reviews and more at Hauser.com.
Supporting WHYY, Fathom Events. You can experience extraordinary performances from the Metropolitan Opera and the local cinema with the live in HD. Next up from Executive Lucia di Lammermoor.